Hey guys, this is Viper 6. I'm in Bragg Creek. Yeah, I was going to go home, but for some reason I said, whatever. My feet are totally frozen, so at this point, who cares, right? This is a little town in, what is it, southwest of Calgary? They got totally flooded. This was all flooded in. And they did a pretty good job of recouping. And that's my bike. Yeah, before the stock pipes used to take up all that room under the saddlebag there. There were like two massive cannons that pretty much produced zero sound. And now I got these Cobra Speedster Longs over here. And I think it looks pretty good. And it sounds pretty good. Still debating whether I'm going to leave the baffles in it. But I don't want to get stopped by the cops. So, oh yeah, look at that. We got dirt. Yeah, so this is it. 2009 Suzuki Boulevard C90T. I just ordered, it was last week. Ordered an alarm system for it. I didn't want to spend a ton of money. This thing's got starter kill, all sorts of stuff to it, and shock sensor, tilt sensor, the whole thing. And I found it on eBay. It's from Chatterbox, their drone, for like, on eBay, I think it was like 24 something, and it usually sells for 49. And so it'll be a winter project. I just gotta find where I'm gonna stick the module and the siren, and I'm debating whether I'm gonna drill a hole anywhere to put the flashing blue LED, or just, I don't think I'll drill a hole anywhere here. I think I'll just skip on the blue LED. So there you go. Now, this is the motorcycle parking they have. And now my back tire's stuck against the curb. Okay. And there you go. I stole my bike because I left it in gear. Beautiful. Oh no. Kickstand. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's wrong with this clutch, man. It's like driving me nuts at slow speeds. Yeah, you gotta watch for uneven pavement too. Nice. Good way to start a ride, man. So now we come to my most least favorite stop over here. Ooh, nobody. Beautiful. That's rare. Yeah, okay. That was fun. So a bit of an update on that Cocker Spaniel that I'm sort of babysitting for that guy that had to go to a funeral in Hong Kong. The guy's like a young kid, right? Early 20s. His girlfriend used to live with him, then they broke up. Well, before they broke up, they decided to get a dog. And there was someone home pretty much to pay attention to this dog. And they broke up a while ago, and he's starting school again after work. So he says he kind of thinks, he might give the dog up. He's supposed to think about it this weekend, because the first thing is going to be in a kennel like 16 hours a day. Like that's not good, And at my place, he's got a whole family. He's never alone for more than 4 hours anyway. He's got a backyard, and we're actually training him. He totally loves us. It's like he's totally adopted us as opposed to us him. He loves the backyard. He loves his walks. He loves the playtime. I have this special game I play with him where I slap the back of his head. Not slap, but you know what I mean. I just grab it and flip him over, and he totally goes psycho, and he pounces like a cat. It's a pretty cool dog, and he can do that for like 40 minutes straight, and then yeah, it's time for nap. Totally worked out. He's a super nice dog. I hope he lets us keep him. And you know what? I was afraid of, like, yeah, okay, he's gonna bark at anything and this and that. No, he's pretty cool. Like, if he hears another dog barking, he won't go into a full bark. He'll just give that, I don't know, it's like just this little, and that's it. So that's good. But he sure has good ears, man, because he hears when my son's coming home, even though I don't hear him. And the funny thing was, the other day, my son opened a can of tuna. And we were in bed, and the furnace had kicked in. Yes, it's that flippin' cold that the furnace kicked in. And it's circulating air, right? And this guy, being a hunting dog, picks up on that scent of tuna and it starts going stupid. He's running from vent to vent with his nose jammed right in there. And he wouldn't quit. So we went downstairs with the dog. And by then my son had left for his room in the basement. And he just followed this trail of tuna scent right down to his door. So then when I said, no, you can't have any, so he ran back upstairs, got into the bedroom, curled up over there, and that was it. But man, he just was going stupid over that smell of tuna. And he's got a great nose. It reminds me of my hunting dog. When I was 12, my dad bought a pup. It was a German short-haired pointer. And we used to play with my friends' dogs, you know, hide and seek and stuff like that. One guy would hold the dog, but you know, like far away, and then we'd all go hide, and he had to find us, and he pretty much understood the game. And then we tried to do that with my dog, and it kind of didn't work because it's a hunting dog. He just followed everyone's trail to exactly where they were hiding. It was like, okay, this is no fun. So it is what it is. There's some games you just can't play with dogs with super refined noses. Yeah, but this guy's just a cutie. I really hope we get to keep him. The only thing is I wouldn't have named him Coco for a male dog. It's kind of whatever, so he's 2 years old. I thought he was 3. He's 2 years old, and it's kind of hard to change name. I don't know, you guys let me know if you change name on the dog and if you actually got it. I was thinking of maybe finding something that sort of sounds like Coco but isn't Coco, you know, so that it has the same general sound to him, like Busco or Rusco or whatever. I don't know. If you guys got any suggestions, if I get to keep him, we'll work on it. I hope my mic isn't picking up too much noise. That over there is a paintball place. It's kind of packed today, so I did that a few times. It's kind of fun. It hurts if you don't have your gear, though. So yeah, about my son. He's like, yeah, man, he just won't give it up. He just turned 18, and he didn't want a birthday, so we just had something between ourselves, you know, at home. And he wanted one of those ice cream cakes from Dairy Queen, so we bought him that 10-inch circle one. My wife had a slice, I had a slice, we put it in the freezer, next day it was gone. It's like, man, how do you eat an entire freaking cake overnight? But anyway, so my wife's playing squash today. She's in a league. So he wakes up and comes up with his laptop, you know, he says, look at the car I could have had with the money we had, and blah blah blah, and you effed up my dream, and so on and so forth. Like, okay, I'm sure you guys are getting tired of hearing this, because and if you guys are tired, you can imagine me. I'm like extremely tired of hearing this story on how, like, yeah, he had the money, I screwed up his life, and this and that, and blah blah blah. And it's like, seriously, man, your life is not over. So the trick here is get a job, sell this one, and get the car you want. Because he says, oh, look at all the Nissan Skylines that are on Kijiji now. For you guys in the States, Kijiji is sort of like a Craigslist in Canada. The thing is, you know, like I keep telling him, these cars at the time were not available. Like, they were not for sale, so it's not like you missed out on them. And plus, being a new rider, I wonder, a new driver, I wonder how much insurance would set them back on that. That's all the flood damage there. Yeah, he's whatever. And the thing is, like I told him this morning, he's like, I'm tired of this. It's like, you quit your job in June. If you would have worked throughout the whole summer break, regular shifts, and even take on more shifts, you would have had the money to buy the car you're looking at right now on that laptop. Says, yeah, but I had the money before. It says it wasn't available before. So you know what? It's not even a conversation. No, I screwed up his life. I screwed up this. I screwed up that. I said, you know what? And he says, it's like annoying living here and blah blah blah. I said, you know what? Your best decision is to stay here, finish school, get a job, save up, then move out when you're able to move out. If it's that annoying, you can move out now and make a really bad decision. But if you want to stay here, this crap about this story has to end. It's like, man. You know, like my wife, you know, like didn't sign up for this when she married me with a kid. And it's like I'm blessed that she's like putting up with this and not really starting any arguments with him. Because she just doesn't like the way he treats me. And you know what? I can't disagree with her, you know, and it's... And today I told him, man, you know, like, I didn't put you on this planet so I can get, like, you know, like, demeaned by you. It's gonna end. So there you go. That's my rant for today, man. Viper 6 in full rant. And man, that wind is like freaking me out. Yeah, I keep it on the road, man. Son of a gun. It's like knocking my head around. Quit already! Oh yeah, those guys are gonna have fun dealing with this for like 3 to 4 hours on that ride. And I am frozen. So do I take Highway 1 or do I go the back way? We'll take Highway 1. There's another brave guy on the road. The only thing I don't like about this exit is like when they design some of these ramps, this one's not the worst one. There are worse ones. And it's a good thing I got some torque behind me here. Because you see this? Normally it's a merge. No, we have a yield. Yeah, we have a yield on a highway that's doing 120 clicks. You gotta be more retarded than that. Like, what's your problem? This guy. Yeah, that's not the brightest. And the one, like, before this one, it's like you're in the full lean, and then you get to it, and it's like a 10 feet to get in. Like, seriously, you have to come to a dead stop and then try and get in with this volume of traffic doing 120 kilometers an hour. Well, no, they're actually doing 140. Look. I think it's cool when they roll all that hay. I missed my chance. I'll let this guy by. Yeah, 140 seems to be the cruising speed today. And I know it's going over, but I always think it's safer to either stay with the speed that, you know, like the majority are doing, or just go a bit faster so you're a little more visible. But if you start doing 110 over here, which is the speed limit, and everyone else is blowing by you, it's not a good thing. You stand a chance of getting rear-ended by someone not paying attention. And that is my opinion only, and my opinion. Yeah. Bunch of bikes. One thing I noticed, which is total common sense, is whenever it's this cool out, any motor, like including this motorcycle, has a ton more horsepower. Engine just loves that cold, dense air. And that's why I put that cold air intake on my truck. Yeah, I actually noticed that I get an extra 40 kilometers per tank just by doing that, removing that massive restriction there on airflow. Yeah, and you see those bikes on the other side? Those are that's not right. They're all leaving for the right. I probably could have done it, but it would have been cool to have that many bikes up. But at least I know they collected a fair amount of money for that cause, so that's cool. There's a guy in a Can-Am Spider. I still don't know what to think of those. I don't know. What do you guys think of the Can-Am Spider? To me, it's like, I don't know, an inverted trike. It just doesn't sound right, you know? It's probably fun to ride. You never know. got quite a few waves there. Get out of this guy's blind spot in case he decides to change lane to let this guy in. Excuse me. Ouch. Oh man, somebody's going kayaking. It's gonna be cold. Man, that guy in that gray car just likes to do that. Barely enough room for him to change lane. Just moves right over. Let's keep an eye on this guy. Yeah, I knew they wanted over. And we're back in Calgary. Trust this guy. Girl. Don't trust. Okay, it's 90 over here. Yeah, sure got windier, man. Let's get to Olympic Park. I'm gonna go fuel up near Cycle. Yeah, because that route that we're gonna take is gonna be number 1 to Canmore, then some back road coming through Bragg Creek, then down to Longview. It's a lot of kilometers. It's normally a 3-hour loop, but with that many bikes, I can see it being close to 4. By the time you get someplace and then get organized and who's got to stop for fuel and this and that, because some bikes have a lot of range. Like this thing has a really small puny tank. It's a 3.74 gallon tank on it, so it gives me a range of about 230 to 240 kilometers. Like I said, when I go places where I know that I'm not going to encounter fuel easily, I put 2.5 gallon jerry cans in my saddlebags. So that's like 3 gallons of fuel. That's almost a tank that I'm bringing with me. And there's my fuel stop. Yep. And I always like to do this over here in case I need to squirt out of the way. I got room. Because, like, you know, I had to do that once. And this guy's cool. Yeah, I'm having a hard time holding the bike up because the wind's hitting it from the side. And one side of the pavement is lower, which is on the side where it's being pushed towards. So yeah, fun. It looks like gas went down to 110.9. That's cool. See how long it lasts. There's a long weekend coming up. Thanksgiving, I think, in Canada, and that usually shoots up the price, which is a crock of crap. Because I don't like the way they do it. And they never really have a reason for doing it. They say, oh, it's demand. Yeah, okay, demand. I don't know. If someone demands my product, I'll produce more of my product. Right? But then you can't gouge. Where is this guy going, man? Oh, yeah, BC. Sorry guys from BC, but that's what I mean. They just do weird shit. They're not the only ones. Anyway, Viper 6, over and out.